Welcome to Section 4 Wrestling. You know you want it.
What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp here. You're watching Steph Tanner on Section 4 Wrestling, only on YouTube, where the big boys play. You know you want it.
Hey yo, I'm Steph Tanner, welcome to Section 4 Wrestling, and here are your predictions for tonight's pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell. We kick off with Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin. Now, just like the match itself, I don't want to go on about this match for too long, but I'm happy to say Madcap Moss is bound to get the win over Happy Corbin. After everything Happy Corbin has tried over the past month, putting Moss out of action, I think it's time for a bit of redemption. Madcap Moss to win the match. Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens. It's been a while since we've seen Elias. To many, it would seem that Elias has gone through a transformation by shaving his beard and coming up with a brand new gimmick, Ezekiel. But Kevin Owens feels like he's the only one who's not in on the joke, as he wants to expose Ezekiel for who he really is. I don't think he's going to do it though, not in this match. I do think Ezekiel
Elias, sorry about that,
is going to win this one, hands down. Now for a title match, we've got the United States Championship held by Theory, and he's taken on renamed and repackaged Mustafa Ali. We saw this past Monday night on Raw. These two can really go. After Theory picking up the win this past week with his crazy antics, I think Mustafa Ali is destined to win this US title match and become your new United States champion. Next up is handicap action. 2-on-1 as the colossal 7'4" Omos and his advocate MVP take on the almighty Bobby Lashley. As we've seen over recent weeks and even months, the odds have always been stacked against the almighty Bobby Lashley, but somehow he prevails victorious, whether it be a cage match, whether it be a pay-per-view match. For some reason, a 2-on-1, I don't think he's going to win. Omos really needs to stand out as a superstar on the Raw brand, and this is a way for him to show his dominance with the help of his advocate. So therefore, I'm going for Omos and MVP. Next up, 6-person intergender tag team action as the Judgment Day, Edge, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley take on the unlikely team of Finn Balor, AJ Styles and Liv Morgan. Speaking of AJ Styles, we were going to see many different styles in this type of match, as the unlikely team of the Club and Liv Morgan could get the win over Edge and his team. And since WrestleMania, ever since AJ Styles beat Edge in one-on-one match. Edge has been looking for redemption, and with the pairing of Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, AJ could not do this alone. So his old tag team partner from the Club, Finn Balor, and Liv Morgan. And over the past several weeks, Judgment Day have had the upper hand. Well, I think it's time for the Club and Liv Morgan. Now it's time for the second of our two title matches, this time for the Raw Women's Championship, as champion Bianca Belair takes on former rival Becky Lynch and returning Asuka. So this match, this grudge, goes all the way back to SummerSlam of 2021, when Becky Lynch beat Bianca Belair for said title in 27 seconds. Ever since then, Becky Lynch has tried to get herself back into the title picture, and she succeeds every single time. But one Kabuki warrior, Asuka, was standing in her way, as she beat Becky Lynch on Raw to make a match against Bianca Belair at Hell in a Cell. However, Becky Lynch would also defeat Asuka on Raw to get herself in the match to now make this a triple threat. I think Bianca Belair will overcome the odds and beat both Lynch and Asuka. And now it's time for the main event, the Hell in a Cell match. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes taking on Seth freaking Rollins. So this match come about after WrestleMania. when these two would face off in their first of what will, after tonight, be 3 encounters. Cody Rhodes picked up the win at WrestleMania, as he did at Backlash. And to be honest, I think this rivalry is dead now. The only way to end it is with a Hell in a Cell match, and I think the American Nightmare will prevail victorious. So there you go, there's the predictions from Section 4 Wrestling for tonight's pay-per-view Hell in a Cell. Tell us what you think about our predictions in the comments below. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. I've been Steph Tanner. Until the next video, I'll see you when you're older.